I was just thinking and thanking, thinking and thanking. I say, Lord, you've enabled us to be in prayer at 6 o'clock every morning, Monday through Friday, for 40 years. And we thank you for that, Lord. You took us through a whole lot. You brought us through a whole lot. We thank you. We thank you for that. I was just thinking about that and thanking God. We were sued and taken to court for praying and mistreating children, putting them in a hot garage as if we were some cult leader, and people bashing and talking crazy. I'm akin to Jim Jones and people drinking Kool-Aid at Word of Outreach. But we were able to keep on praying. Demons showing up, people threatening to shoot us, people coming in with guns, and all kind of stuff. And I was just thinking and thanking God. I said, you know what? God is faithful. If you want to pray, God will help you pray. That's one thing he'll do. Without fail, he'll help us pray. He may not help us do some things, but he'll help us do that. So if we want to pray, we got the help. Amen. Oh, we got the help. Assurance. So, in my contemplations this morning, I was thinking about faith and its operations, and I remember reading what one author said: the only difference between believers is their level of faith. And that's so true. And our level of faith is dependent upon our level of knowledge of who and what God is and what he said. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. They're taken into captivity because they have no knowledge. We have to know God, and we have to know what he says. And what I want to share in just a few moments, it would really take me about 3 days, 3 hours each day, about 9 hours I want to pack into a few minutes. So that simply means we're going to have to give due consideration with meditation, rumination, contemplation before we start the communications. We're going to really have to give attention and ask the Lord to help us to hear, number one. Don't worry about understanding right now. Just be concerned about hearing. And cataloging it. If you can't write fast enough, then make sure you go back and replay it and hear it, because what he was sharing with me again this morning concerning faith, I just dropped my pen and my paper and put my head down on my prayer pillow, and I just say, Lord, I give up. This is too much. This is too much. It's too much. So here we go. Go with me to Colossians chapter 2. Colossians chapter 2. Whatever you have from the Lord, what did I just say? Whatever you have from the Lord. Whatever you have from the Lord, I want it. I want what you have from the Lord, because he gave it to you for me. He gave it to you for me. And I want it. That's why I show up at prayer. Because there's a corporate grace and a corporate anointing in the house where 2 or 3 are gathered together. He's there in our midst. He's declaring his position, character, and authority. He's singing amongst the brethren, making melody in our hearts. I wouldn't be late. I don't want to be late. I want to be there on time, in time, getting what God has. Because you have it. And I want it. I'm not going to let you social distance me. I'm going to be in your face to get the grace and download it. Didn't we have a great time at Pastor Twitter yesterday? Wasn't it a superimposition of divinity upon our humanity? The sovereignty of God in operation. He called it, and we enjoyed it. Ooh-wee. Won't talk about it right now. But at any rate, Colossians chapter 2, verse 12. Here, the apostle in writing, he says, buried with him in baptism, wherein also ye are risen with him through the faith, get this, through the faith of the operation of God, who hath raised him from the dead. Now, faith is an operation of God. That's what faith is. Faith is an operation of God. Don't worry about us right now. Don't worry about us having faith right now. I'm not talking about us right now. We're talking about God. Faith is an operation of God who did what